Hey everybody. First off, thank you for being a part of the group, and I certainly hope that some of the information I'm putting across is helping you in some shape or form. But thank you so much for getting engaged. And when it comes to me and my transformation, majority of you know that I went from skinny to big, so I gained a bunch of muscle. But majority of the people that I'm actually working with, it's the opposite. The goal is to lose weight and trim fat and get rid of that unwanted area, that stubborn fat that's not going anywhere. And it's been very successful. Now the challenge here has been my main focus was trying to help build muscle. But I understand that a lot of people right now are really looking to trim that excess fat. So what I'm gonna do today in this video is I'm gonna give you 5 real good tips on how to actually put yourself in a position to start trimming fat, but then I'm also gonna give you my 3 best tips to be able to tackle tomorrow's holiday. There's a bunch of food coming around. I know a lot of people are thinking, what am I going to do with all this food? How am I going to use these calories? All this is going on. I'm going to give you my 3 best tips to make sure that you crush any type of challenges over Thanksgiving or over the next couple days. But first, when it comes to fat loss in general, my 5 tips that I have here for you, the first one is that it's going to take time. It's not going to happen right away. You need to set some goals, of course, but they do need to be attainable goals. They need to make sense. So when I'm working with someone, we always make sure that we're making benchmarks, but then we also understand that there's going to be adjustments along the way. Those adjustments come down to your macros. So number 2 is make sure you track your macros. Some people say, oh, I don't want to have to count calories. I don't want to know how many protein, carbs, and fats. But if you're really trying to lose some weight, or if you're still trying to gain some muscle, you need to understand those numbers. If you're trying to fix your finances, you need to know how much money's coming in versus how much money's going out. It's the same thing here. We need to know what's going in caloric wise and what's being burnt calorie wise, because then we can understand how to build a meal plan. Number 3 is progressive overload. Now this is really good for muscle, and it's all about making sure that on a weekly, bi-weekly, or every 3 to 4 weeks, whatever it is for your program, you're progressively loading up that muscle with more weight than you did before. Now, this could also be your cardiovascular strength. This could also just be your fitness in general. So that means that every couple weeks, you're challenging yourself a little bit more because you're getting closer to the goal by doing that, but then also more importantly, you're reminding yourself and motivating yourself that you can do this. It just is gonna have to take little steps at a time. So remember, progressively overload the body. It's not meant to take a huge jump one day and then drop down the next. Take your time with that progression. Number 4 is I want you to think about training 4 to 6 times per week. Now that doesn't mean strength training 4 to 6 times, but what it does mean is that you're putting something towards your goal 4 to 6 times per week. Some of you, one of those days may just be getting all your meals prepped. Another day be making sure that you're getting your flexibility done. Then also adding in your cardiovascular work to strengthen your heart and lungs, and then of course also building some muscle. Strength training is also a really good way to help burn fat. It doesn't just have to be cardio, and it doesn't just have to be diet. I personally think the best combination is all 3 together. And then my last one is stay accountable. Why is staying accountable important? Because sometimes it's difficult to stay accountable with ourselves, but what that does is it makes sure that the goal happens. So sometimes you have to be accountable to somebody else. That's why having a coach or having a workout buddy or having a family member that knows what you're going through, to be able to know the whole process so that way you can be accountable to them. It's as simple as saying, if you say you're gonna do something, you do it. But a lot of times we can just kind of give ourselves that, benefit of the doubt. We just be like, it's okay, we'll do it next time. Sometimes it has to be an external source to be able to make sure that you do it. So those 5, it takes time. Track your macros, progressive overload, train 4 to 6 times a week, and stay accountable. Now I'm just gonna give you 3 quick tips, like I said, for Thanksgiving. But if you already like what I've been saying so far, click that like button for me because it's going to help more people see it. Now for Thanksgiving, first things first, don't stress yourself out. It's very easy to stress yourself out, especially if you have been working on your diet, working on your transformation, working on your fitness for a while. All of a sudden holidays come around, people start bringing all sorts of types of food around. You don't want to say no to something, you want to at least try something, you want to make sure you're kind of having a good time, right? So don't stress out about it. The thing is to go about it sharp and to go about it in an intelligent way, because it's going to be there anyway. But if you know how to navigate and you know how to still have a good time, you're not going to be stressing yourself out. Stress can also cause water retention, so you could even stress yourself into a worse situation. Number 2, stay on your track throughout the day. All that means is I don't want you starving yourself all day up until the meal. Because if you've been getting yourself on a habit and getting yourself on a system, your body's used to that now. So you can't just starve yourself for a day. Your body's going to be thrown off. So what I want you to do is still think about having small meals every couple hours throughout the day. And then as you make your way to that big delicious meal with desserts and all that stuff, you're not going into it starving. So you're not just going to overeat all sorts of food because you're just so hungry. Instead, you can grab a little bit of everything. Try some stuff, have some fun, space it out, but enjoy yourself. And then number 3 is actually a little physical recommendation. I think that you should get up Friday morning and go for a nice walk. I know it's a little chilly, so maybe you want to head to the gym, or maybe it's just walking around the neighborhood. For me, I'll be walking the dog, but then also I might even slip into the gym a little bit just so I can use some of those calories. But I'm just recommending Friday morning comes around, instead of sleeping in and then getting right to cleaning, go for a walk. Enjoy the day, get your system flowing, drink a bunch of water, and start your day. So I hope that helps. If it did help, click like for me, share this out to somebody, comment if you have any recommendations, something that some other people can do to try to help get through the holiday. But I hope that this helped you. And remember, no matter what you're doing, just stay on track with your goals. The easiest way to be accountable is to go through it on a daily basis. Don't think about the whole system. Break it down one day at a time. Sometimes you have to break the day down 1 hour at a time. But it's no rush. Have fun with it and enjoy your holiday. And again, I thank you for being a part of the group. And I certainly hope that I'm able to help you in some shape or form, especially as we make our way into the new year. We've got about 35, 36, 37 days left. I think that you can make some changes in the next couple weeks and then rock 2022. Thanks for watching. See you soon.